I'm going to give you two scenarios, estranged mamas, and you get to choose which ending you want. Have you ever read the prodigal son in the Bible? If not, before we get started with this very important, life-saving for both of you and your child tip. Stay tuned. Hello, I'm Lisa Czak, founder and owner of Worthy Woman Healing Podcast, Worthy Woman Healing Retreats, and Worthy Woman Healing Group. If you're interested in any of those, go to worthywomanhealing.com to get more information on those. Before we get started, estranged mamas, I'm going to give you a free meditation that's going to help you so you stop waking up obsessed with your child, obsessed with all the woulda, coulda, shouldas, and actually start feeling some joy, some peace in your life while you are in the waiting period, which is what we are talking about today. That waiting period, the prodigal. I keep reading the prodigal over and over again in the Bible, and I suggest you do also, because there's a promise in there. And the promise, though, only happens if you do something. You keep waiting on your child. You keep researching. I know you are. I know you're going online and you want me to tell you exactly how to get your child back in your life, exactly how to get them to stop going no contact, to stop cutting you off. You're searching TikTok videos, estranged children. You're searching all of those, and you're searching in the wrong place. You got to look in two places: in the mirror and inward in yourself, and to God, the Bible. And that's what we're talking about today. So I want you to imagine your child. You don't have to imagine it because you're living it. Your child left with no warning whatsoever. It seems like they were taken or disappeared or kidnapped, whatever the case may be. Maybe they weren't living with you, and one day they just stopped calling and you have no idea why. Maybe you got that message, right? I want to go no contact for a while. What? The spirit of your heart, whatever your case may be. So I want you to imagine this. I want you to imagine that in the waiting period, you decide to keep your heart soft. That you actually listen to my episode on Protect Your Peace. Go back. If you have not watched that, go back and watch Protect Your Peace, because you might think you're protecting your peace, but you're actually sabotaging yourself. You're sabotaging ever having reconciliation again with that child of yours. You are sabotaging it and you don't even realize it. That is such an important episode to watch. Go back, Protect Your Peace. So anyway, you decide to actually protect your peace. And what I mean by that is you're not building walls of bitterness, of anger, resentment, malice, and vengeance. You're not sitting there imagining, when they come home, I'm going to slam the door in their face, or when they finally call, I'm not going to respond. You are keeping your heart soft. You are protecting your peace by staying in love, by placing everything you can at the foot of the cross. The anger, betrayal, abandonment, hurt, rage, whatever it might be, you're placing at the foot of the cross, and your heart is staying soft, forgiving, and receptive. And you're waiting on God to work on them, just like God was working on the prodigal son in the Bible. So that's the one mama, right? That's keeping her heart soft, who is keeping love for her child open, feeling the feelings that she needs to feel and placing them where they belong, at the foot of the cross and not inside of her heart. So her heart's just like steel, right? So she's receptive. She's staying in love. And then we have the other mama, who maybe a lot of years have gone by. I've talked to parents who have moms who have waited 8 years, 10 years, 10 and a half years. That's the longest I've heard so far, that their child is just not receptive to any communication whatsoever. There's grandkids now, like they got married, there's grandkids, all of these major milestones that they have missed. And the other mom that I'm talking about in these scenarios, we have two different moms, she's hard in her heart. She's like, fuck you. Fuck you, kid. Fuck you. When you try to come back, you're going to get a slammed door. I'm going to protect my peace and protect my heart and guard my heart so you don't ever do this again. And I don't want anything to do with you, your husband, your kids, grandkids. She has let bitterness take root in her heart. Her heart is really hardened. And I'm not saying she's not justified. She's really hurt, and she drank the poison that was not intended for her, right? Her heart is just closed off no matter what happens. Has your adult daughter cut you off, gone no contact, part of this estrangement epidemic, a world you didn't even know of until it happened to you, something you never imagined in a million years would happen to you because you and your daughter were close, you were inseparable, until suddenly one day she just walked away from you and you haven't heard from her in months or years, and you're heartbroken and you're confused and you have guilt and you have shame. Maybe you haven't even told anybody because you're too embarrassed. If this sounds like you, mama, and you are desperate for some peace, I know you're desperate to reconcile with your daughter, and this will never happen until you get to a place of peace and neutrality about what she did, what happened, and what has gone on since then. I have a new group. It is called From Pain to Peace, Healing for Moms Estranged from Their Daughters. And in this group, you are going to become crystal clear on how to live your life, even if your daughter never comes back to you. I know you don't want to hear that right now. You are also going to uncover ways that you might actually be sabotaging reconciliation. And lastly, you're going to leave this session with peace and clarity on next steps to take in your life, regardless of your child's choices, regardless of what happens with them. Because I know you want more than anything to reconcile. What you want more than anything, though, before that can happen, is peace in your heart, in the waiting. Click the link below. This is a one-time session, and maybe we'll continue on with it. We'll see. But for now, I'm only offering it one time, and there's limited spots available. I'm only opening this up to 15 women, 15 mamas. So hurry up and click the link below, and we will see you and get you from pain to peace during this estrangement period. You are worth it. So you have both of these moms, right? It's been 10 years, say, right? Let's take the 10 year example, 10 and a half years that you haven't seen your kid, haven't talked to your kid, no communication whatsoever. And one day you look out and you see that child you haven't talked to in 10 and a half years walking up your driveway. The mom in the first scenario, who's kept her heart soft, who has not let bitterness take root, goes running out to her, let's say, daughter, gives her a giant hug, a kiss. They both start crying. The daughter says, "I'm so sorry, Mama. I'm so sorry I did this to you. I'm so sorry." And the mama says, I'm sorry too. I'm so sorry. I'm just so glad you're back. That mama was able to receive that her child was also had a softened heart, also had all the strongholds released. They both had the strongholds of pride, of bitterness, of anger, whatever it might be. They had all of the strongholds released. Their hearts were softened and they were able to receive each other from a distance, though, right? That mama that kept her heart soft, she saw that her baby girl walking down that she hasn't seen in 10 years, walking down the driveway towards her, and she could feel her daughter's energy of softness and repentance and forgiveness and forgiving. She could feel it because her heart was open and soft. She could receive it because she stayed in love like Jesus wants her to. Now, imagine the second scenario. That mom looks out the window and sees her daughter coming down the driveway. And her daughter is coming down with a repentant heart. Her daughter is so repentant and wanting reconciliation and has released all the strongholds and wants to apologize to her mama and wants to make it right. But this mama, when she sees that daughter coming, she slams the door shut, locks it, says, fuck you, kid. You're not coming in this house. Not after what you've done to me. And she starts replaying, rehashing everything in her head that that daughter has done to her. Justified, right? I'm not saying it's not righteous, justified anger. She's replaying all of it, all the milestones that she was excluded from. The grandkids that she didn't get to see born. Remember, this is 10 and a half years later. Not knowing and never knowing that actually her daughter was coming to her with a repentant heart. Her daughter was coming to her to say, Mama, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I was wrong. That mama with that hardened heart, her heart was so hard, she was not able to receive her daughter when her daughter did finally soften her heart, when God released all of the strongholds. That mama missed out. And she missed out because she kept her heart hard. She missed out on the miracle. She missed out on the promise of the prodigal. Read it and read it again. Study it. Study that verse. Study that chapter in the Bible of the prodigal son. Let it permeate every cell of your body. Because I'm going to ask you this. When your daughter finally does walk down that driveway towards you, which mom are you going to choose to be? You are worth it.